Welcome to the training. For those of you who don't know, my name is Tristan Steckler, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you the copy and paste framework that I've used. It's 3 steps to go from $0 to $20,000 every single month as a high-ticket closer. A little bit about me. I've sold a little over $7 million in high-ticket sales in about 3.5 years, but I've also helped hundreds of closers go from $0 to $10,000 a month or more. I've also built my own personal income from a computer with 0 experience prior to starting high ticket to over $350,000 every single year or more. And I've helped hundreds of companies scale from $10,000 a month to over $100,000 a month every single month. Now, what I'm going to be teaching you in this training is how I went from a broke college student who had less than $1 in his account. If you check the screenshot, this is in 2020, negative $1.64 to being able to make $35,000 to $50,000 every single month. None of this is BS. I'm not some guru lying and flexing numbers that are not even realistic. This is my literal checking and savings account for my business and my personal account. I'm 25 years old, but this didn't just work for me. It's worked for guys like Itai, who came to me on a performance review. So he was working for a company that was helping people get out of their 9-to-5 job and start a drop shipping business. He was working as an appointment setter. He'd never learned the skill of sales. No one could teach it to him. He looked at some random frameworks online, but he was really struggling because his company told him that if he didn't learn the skill, they're going to have to give him the boot. So he comes to me, I build out the framework for him, we do call reviews, we train every single day, and now he's doing anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000 to $30,000 every single month. It didn't just work for him. Chintel came to me, 0 sales experience. He had done a little of real estate here and there, but he was very fresh to the high ticket space. I was able to teach him the framework from scratch, like most people who just don't have the skill, they haven't learned yet. But I was also able to help him get placed on an offer for a company called Publishing.com that's doing over $8 million every single month in cash collected. It's also a portfolio company of Alex Hormozi, for those of you who know that is. But $20,000 a month, $40,000 a month, almost 1 month, but usually sits around $25,000 to $35,000 every single month from scratch. Joel, 18-year-old kid, $10K a month. If you look here on this screenshot, he had a $5,000 week in sales in terms of commissions as an 18-year-old in 3 days. But you can see screenshots, 10K a month, multiple months in a row. Jack Flanagan came to me. He had invested over $10,000 into sales mentorship, training, frameworks, but could not find an offer to save his life. He comes to me. I place him on an offer for a fitness coach who helps people lose fat or put on muscle. And if you look at the screenshot here, in 3 months of selling, has done almost $40,000 in commissions. Tyrell, $0 to $15,000 a month. I trained him from scratch, helped him get onto an offer for real estate and crypto trading. It's like a personal investment offer. In these screenshots, $50,000 cash collected in 3 days, 53,000, scratch that, 24K days. Thank you, Jesus. David, $0 to $11,000 a month, trained him from scratch, placed him on an Amazon FBA offer. Anthony, $0 to $15,000 a month. Colton, $0 to $15,000 every single month, and he actually won a closer competition where the closer with the highest cash collected was given a Rolex. Pretty cool. AJ, $0 to $10,000 a month. Gerald, $0 to $12,000 a month. Obviously, I could show you all the people that I've worked with that have made $3,000, $5,000, $8,000, $10,000 every single month, but I don't have all the time for that. You can just check all the screenshots. Many people changing their lives through learning this skill set. Now, before I even get into the training itself, if you can lock in with me, this will change the way that you perceive the high ticket space. It will build belief in you that you're actually capable of being able to make this type of money online. I'm no one special. I've just done the work. I've learned through the right mentorship. I've taken massive action, and it has completely and totally changed my life. So what I'd like to start with is a belief breaking session, because most people coming into this space, they don't have the right mindset. They don't have the right belief, right? Because if they did, they probably wouldn't be on a call with us. They have not been able to lead themselves well. They haven't been around the right rooms. It's not their fault. But my goal in this training, if you can lock in, take notes, make sure that you're undistracted, you will be able to build the right belief system to actually get into this space and make really good money. Because this training is not going to be valuable for you whatsoever if you can't materialize these truths. This is something that I've learned over 4 years of trial and error on my own. Belief number 1, Your income is a direct reflection of your skills. And there are people in this world at your age, younger than you, older than you, with less resources that are making double, triple, quadruple what you're making right now. And it's not because they're just blessed by God or that they're lucky. It's specifically because they've been able to build the right beliefs and acquire the right skill sets. Belief number 2 is that sales is not a gift. Most people think that closers are just born charismatic. It's not true. High ticket sales is built on frameworks, reps, pattern recognition, and no luck whatsoever. Belief number 3, my words create my worth. Your income is tied directly to your ability to communicate value, right? You don't get paid by the hour, you get paid by the sentence. Every single word that comes out of your mouth is either getting you closer to the life that you want, the freedom that you want, the future that you want to build, or it's pushing you further away. Our words matter. When people say, I can't, so I won't, they're actually moving further away from their goals than they were before their mouth opened in the first place. If someone says, although I don't have it, I'm going to become resourceful enough to get it so that I can, that's the right belief to have. You'll see this on your calls. If you're able to master your mouth, you will master your money. Belief number 4, it's not fun until price is on the table. Most people that I work with, they run whenever they get resistance. Elite closers who have mastered the skill and built internal self-worth and confidence lean in with tenacity, because when they push back, we lean forward. And that's exactly what's going to allow you to help the person who's struggling, right? If they didn't have limiting beliefs, if they didn't have fears, if they didn't have anxieties, they would just build the business on their own or lose the weight on their own. You're talking to someone who's lost over 110 pounds on his own. I didn't have any coaching program. I didn't have any mentorship. I, through accountability with my twin brother, was able to lose 110 pounds in less than 5 months, okay? But I was able to shift the way that I think, and your mind is the most important thing. Belief number 5, money moves to speed. The longer you wait to take action, the longer you stay broke. Take imperfect action, role play, apply, pitch, close. The money is in the momentum, and speed isn't reckless, it's required. Belief number 6, I sell the outcome, not the offer. Most closers focus too much on the features. This is what we do, this is how it works, this is how we deliver it. But elite salespeople sell on the vision of what life looks like after the transformation is actually made. People don't buy on coaching, they buy on clarity, freedom, and certainty that investing with you is actually going to get them to their goal. Now let's get into the steps, the 3 different steps that took me from $0K per month to $20,000 a month or more. The first one is actually your mind. If you can master your mind, you're going to go very far. The first lesson is you must obsess to be the best. If you look here on the left side, I have a screenshot of one of my old schedules that I used to have whenever I was running a sales team of 6 high-ticket closers, all taking 6 to 10 calls every single day. This company had a B2B division and a B2C division. Don't worry about the jargon if you're unfamiliar with what that means. The company was doing over $1.2 million every single month, and I was responsible for all these reps. So I'd wake up in the morning at 4:30. I go to bed at 6 p.m. sometimes, but I was obsessed with growth and progress. I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I review every single one of their calls, what went well, what didn't go well. I give them feedback. I go to the gym because consistency is key. Then I get on one-on-one calls with them. I'd be reviewing their calls. I'd be checking in with them. I'd run. I'd have my own sales calls, 4 to 5 sales calls every single day to stay sharp with my skill set. Then I would do call reviews of every single rep on the team to make sure that they were ramping properly. But over this time of 4 years in high ticket, I've taken over 3,000 one-to-one sales calls. I reviewed 10,000 hours of sales calls. This is a lot of time. But I've invested tens of thousands of dollars into coaching programs, masterminds to develop my skill set and push me closer to the reality that I want. The big thing that I realized in doing all this is that we must take responsibility for our life. If the lifestyle we currently live is not what we want, it is a product of our choices. You're going to see this on your sales calls. People are going to say, hey, the economy is really hurting me. I'm not able to pay my bills, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They'll make a lot of excuses, but if we're able to look internally and take the responsibility for our life, we can make changes. And change is powerful, right? If we're not holding our own selves accountable to making the right changes that we need to make to press ourselves forward to the future that we want, and we're making excuses, how can we expect our prospects to follow our lead? We have to become someone worthy of being followed. You got to look at your income. Ask yourself, Am I making the money that I feel I deserve to be making? And if I'm not, what am I doing about that right now? If we're not able to look internally, take the ownership, take the responsibility, no changes can be made and we will stay exactly where we're at. Second key, comfortability kills ambition. If you're not investing into yourself, if you're not getting your calls reviewed, leaning into the discomfort of that, if you're not role playing daily, you will be left behind. You sell like you buy. You can't expect prospects to overcome fear and invest if you're not doing that yourself. The top 1% in my industry sell based on congruency, meaning I would never ask you to do something that I haven't done myself. The first coaching program that I invested in was $6,000, and it was every single dollar to my name at the time. It was the scariest decision I made in my entire life, but if I would have put it on a payment plan, or if I would have ran to my parents and asked them, what do you think I should do? Or ran to my brothers or friends and asked them, what do you think I should do? I never would have taken the step forward. I would have got in my own head. I would have put constraints on what I could or couldn't do, and I wouldn't be in this position right here, right now with the freedom that I have currently. Another thing, selling is serving. My job is to help the prospect make the best decision for themselves to get what they want in their own life, and that is at whatever it takes. If the call takes 2 hours, I'm staying on the call. It's my job. It's a standard of excellence that I'm going to take on to make sure that this person, no matter what happens, does not quit until they get to their goal. Another one, we're going to be paid directly in correlation to the problems that we solve. The bigger the problem, the bigger the paycheck. Selling a $10,000 offer is easier than selling a $100 product because the pain, the stakes, and the urgency is higher for premium buyers. If you're struggling to make money, you're not solving the right people's problems. And if you can master the skill, the money will come. Step number 2, we have to acquire the right skills. Skills pay the bills. If I took Tom Brady, even though he's a great quarterback, even though he's done the work to be able to build his body, to build the technique, if he doesn't know the playbook, it does not matter. If receivers are running the wrong routes, he doesn't understand the coverages, he's going to throw a lot of interceptions. He's not going to be able to serve his team to the best capacity, right? So in the sales process, we need to fully understand where we're headed when we open our mouth. And what I see most time with sales reps is they're clueless. They don't know left from right, north from south. They're stumbling over their words. And if you're thinking and trying to listen at the same time, it's impossible. So what I will teach you is intro, discovery, goal state, consequence, pitch, handling objections. If you can master this, no longer will you be the guy with the blind leading the blind, which is not congruent to people getting to their goals, because they're going to be coming to you and asking, hey, John, what do I do? I've been struggling in this 9-to-5 job every single month. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I'm scared to fail. If you haven't taken actions that are congruent with leading them the right way, where are you going to lead them? You're going to lead them into a ditch. So the 5 objections in our market are going to be, I need to think about it. Let me talk to my partner, money, fear, and logistics. These 2 here are smoke screens. And the more that you're able to continue to push through trainings like this, you'll start to understand that these are all just problems that need to be solved, right? If I need to think about it, there's something I need to think about. If there's something I need to talk to my partner about, there's something behind that I have to get through. Money, simple. Fear, simple. Logistics, simple. If you're able to master just 5 objections, it will change the game with your close rate. You will make much more money. Pre-handling the concerns is also important. People think that you have to wait until the very end of the call to be able to handle the concerns of the prospect, but what I've learned over 4 years of taking high-ticket calls is that no one gets onto a call and says, no matter what is said, no matter how great the program is, I'm just going to tell them I need to think about it. That does not happen. We need to address them before they actually come up, because if you're able to ask the right questions and you're able to listen to your prospects, you can actually overcome their fears and their concerns before price is on the table, and it makes it that much easier for you to be able to help them get to their goal outcome. Another thing, we have to understand psychology. Buyers don't want features, they want transformation. I'm not paying you $5,000 a month because I want to learn how to lose weight. I'm paying you $5,000 a month to lose the weight. That's the outcome that I'm paying you to achieve. They buy based on emotion, and then they justify with logic. And then the bigger the problem, the more urgency and pain to take action. I want you to think of your sales process as kind of like a house, right? If you and I are sitting in your house right here, right now, my job as the salesperson is to pour gasoline over every single square inch of your house. And by the end of our conversation, once I drop the match and light the flame and the whole house is on fire, it doesn't necessarily matter how much my fire extinguisher costs, right? Because the prospect is going to be looking for a way out of the house, get everything safe, make sure that everyone's secure and taken care of, right? So if I can help them to understand that not only is the house on fire, but they are the ones who have lit their own house on fire, it makes it that much easier for us to get them inside of our coaching program so that they can get the help that they actually need. If someone realizes that the reason that they've been working a 9-to-5 job for 10 years and haven't taken any action on their goals is because they're afraid to fail, and they see the ramifications of that belief where they're paycheck to paycheck, they're not able to spend the time with their family the way that they want to, they're missing out on time with their kids, they're going to be looking for a way into my product or service at the end of the call. Environment matters. If you have the right accountability and the right community, you're going to make a lot of progress in high ticket sales. Now, what does that consist of? That could be daily call reviews, that can be role plays, that can be accountability with other students, but having role plays daily to be able to not only learn the right skills, the right questions to ask, to be able to actually put it into practice, similar to game film, similar to practice if you played sports in high school or in college, being able to sharpen your skills daily live in action is the number one best way to spend your time as a high ticket sales rep outside of taking live calls. In Proverbs 27:17 is iron sharpens iron, just like one brother sharpens another. It's very important. Another one, call reviews. If we are doing call reviews, you will have your call reviewed by me every single day, right? I do group coaching, I do one-on-one coaching, I watch 8 to 9 hours of calls every single day. But even if you're watching someone else's call, what they could have done better, what areas that they are struggling in, that allows you, if you're taking the notes, if you're aggressive, if you're assertive, if you are making the most out of the time, to be able to learn and develop every single day. I will give you daily calls. I'll give you step-by-step action plans. I'll build out the word tracks for you, every single thing that you should say. And that's what helped all of these closers that I've worked with to be able to grow and develop over weeks and months. But I operate at 1% at a time. The reason that I do this is because people will come to me and they'll say, hey, my whole sales process is broken. I'm struggling with all these different objections. My mindset's off. I don't know what to say. I'm stumbling at the end of my calls. And the biggest thing that I want you to realize is that's okay. Not everyone has taught you the right way to sell. Not everyone has given you the right beliefs to have. Some people struggle with self-worth. Some people struggle with being too aggressive and too assertive and not being patient enough with the person. And the cool thing is if you're willing to operate at 1% every single day and every single week, you look at yourself, you look in the mirror, you look at your calls and you say, what is the one thing that I can do better this week to move the needle? That's how you're eventually going to become elite. Another thing, accountability. Being surrounded by people who are on offers, closing 5K paid in bulls, $5,000 weeks, $40,000 months. This is what's going to allow you to improve because we're a product of our environment. If I'm around a bunch of people who are 300 pounds, then it would make sense why I'm 300 pounds myself. But what I had to do is I had to step out of what I'd been comfortable with. I had to find people who had what I wanted and I had to learn. And if you can do that, that's going to collapse the timeline that it's going to take you to get where you want to be. Number 3 is you have to find the right offer. The first offer that I joined was with a coach who had a large YouTube following. He had around 150,000 subscribers. He had videos that were doing 500K views, 300K views, 2.7 million views, and his offer was doing $700,000 every single month. If you look at this photo, I was around 22 at the time. Just got out of college. This is in my parents' house. Obviously, you can see the house that I'm in now. But I had to start somewhere, right? And finding the right offer and being able to learn was what allowed me to make $40,000 in 3 months and then $100,000 in 6 months. I was making this every single month. That's what allowed me to create the freedom where I could move out of my parents' house and eventually move to Texas, right? But the cool thing is that it's not always what you know, but it's who you know. And if you're able to leverage the right network, like someone like myself, who's been able to network with all these different entrepreneurs who have large followings on social media, that have all the content going out daily, that have appointment setters, that have closers, that have frameworks that you can learn, it allows you to be able to make the money that you want to make. Because for this offer, I think his offer is around 10K package, but he's doing over $1 million a month. So when you can get on offers like this is what allows you to make the money that you truly want to make. And if you don't have the right network, then you just leverage someone else's. Another guy, Steve. Steve Weatherford, I was able to help him scale his offer from $70,000 a month to over every single month. We had 190K a month. Steve Brandon, another guy, won a ClickFunnels award, has done multiple millions of dollars in high ticket. He has a coaching offer helping people start or scale an online coaching business, 200K per month offer. John Franco, offer helping guys quit pornography, doing over $100,000 a month. Talon, he has an offer doing over $250,000 a month, teaching people how to create social media content that goes viral, and many, many more. I have all these coaches. I'll go to masterminds, I'll speak, I'll teach sales. I have hundreds of online coaches that are reaching out to me every single day looking for high ticket sales reps that are trained, that I can plug into their business and immediately start seeing a return on their investment. Your network is your net worth. You can keep searching around and DMing every single online coach under the sun, or you can just leverage someone who already has built the network, built the skills, built the training that you need so that you can actually plug in and start seeing an outcome based on the work that you're putting in. If this is you, you're a leader, you're income driven, you're decisive, you're an action taker, and you're coachable, I want you to book in a call with our team. If you are not that person, you're an overthinker, you're an excuse maker, you're a follower, you don't take action on your goals, just click off the video. The reason I tell you that is because in high ticket, it is a fast-paced environment. If you're unable to change and read and react and progress and lean into discomfort, this industry is not for you. But if by the end of this training you feel confident enough that I'm the guy to help you get where you're trying to go, there is a call booking under this link. I will see you on the other side.